House of the Dragon left a lot of questions that needed to be answered at the end of Season 1. One of the most confusing things is, who the hell is gonna bond with Sea Smoke? One of the reasons why I ask is because dragons can't bond with a new dragon rider if their previous dragon rider is still alive. And Laenor is very much still alive. Now, before one of you fucking nerds bring up the books, I know in the books that Laenor dies, but one thing about the Fire and Blood books is that it's not a Song of Ice and Fire. And what I mean by that is while A Song of Ice and Fire is an actual book, it has storytelling, characters, and POV chapters, the book Fire and Blood resembles more of a history book of the world of Westeros, and not really storybook. It's also worth mentioning that Fire and Blood is not written from the perspective of like the correct history. It's written by unreliable narrators and doesn't really contain POV chapters like the original source material does. So while yes, you can go to the Fire and Blood books to learn things, it should always be taken with a grain of salt, because you don't know where allegiances lied when they wrote the book. You don't know if anyone had any gripes with the blacks or greens that would cause misinformation to be put in that book. In the book, it stated that Daemon killed Laenor so that he could wed Rhaenyra. While in the show, we see that's not the case. They fake his death and he's off somewhere in Essos with his boy toy. In the book, someone by the name of Adam of Hull bonds with Sea Smoke after Laenor dies, but this leads me into a popular theory that people believe that Laenor is Adam of Hull. When Laenor departs, he does cut off his signature white dreadlocks, so one of the distinctive characteristics of the Velaryon household is now off his body. So he could come back and pretend to bond with Sea Smoke and help fight for the side of Team Black. Like I said earlier, it just doesn't really make sense for someone else to be able to bond with Sea Smoke, given that we know that in the thousands of years of canon, that no other dragon has been able to bond with the dragon rider if their previous dragon rider was still alive. It would break a lot of continuity, and frankly, I wouldn't really like it if this is how it was done in the show. Like, if this was the case, I would have rather them just kill Laenor off. But hey, you should subscribe or I will burn down your house. You don't want me to burn down your house, so you should just subscribe.